Hello everyone! Welcome back to Devstream number 13. Lucky number and appropriate because it is time to get spooky. For those of you who haven't gotten the latest update yet, I encourage you to do so now because we have some new content rolling into the Heartlands. With our last patch, we introduced the autumn-fall season. But today we're getting especially spooky with the Deep Night update. By the way, guys, I've been watching a lot of Batman lately, so if I ever call it the Dark Night, it is definitely the Deep Night. Anyway, so let's get on with it. As we always do every week, of course, we want to check and see what is new with the Zenith. So here we have the influence of the signs, if you guys aren't familiar with it. Basically, it is a special universal buff that is applied based on how many hard mode bosses are killed from each type of dungeon. So on this left side right here, we have like the leaderboard of how many have been killed since the reset happened, which this reset happens every week. You can see down here, it will reset again in about another week. And then over on the right here, we have the buffs that are currently in action. And that is going to be the Gorgon and the Locust buff, which means that out of all the hard mode bosses, those are the two that you guys killed the most. So you will be enjoying a rare Ancestral Legacy chance buff, and you will also be enjoying a Bloodstone bonus buff. So good stuff this week. Good choices there for sure. It looks like we've got the Locust, Gorgon, and Mirage Hunter all tied. And if you aren't perhaps as familiar with this, we can have up to 2 running at once. So get out there, grab hard mode keys. You can get those by the tower from the adventurer and start killing some bosses. So that, of course, can always be accessed from this main menu here. So what else is new? Like I said, Deep Night. It is time to dive into what's new. Let me bring up my desktop. Aha, wonderful. So if you haven't been to our website before, here it is. And if you haven't been there, you should go there because that's where you can register. But we also have some news posts that will go up every so often. And so this week, or today actually, we posted this new autumn update that kind of gives a little hint about what Deep Night is going to be about. So we've got some spooky assets here, and you can see we've got a witch and a vampire. These are only 2 of our 5 different Halloween-themed skins, which you can start collecting as of today. New visuals. So if you've played before this week, or I should say the past week, there was mostly like the Heartland is very green where you begin. Of course, every biome is going to be different, but it definitely looked like more of like a springtime, a summertime in most of the biomes there. Well, now the world tree has entered into fall or autumn, so you will notice a multitude of different changes. When I happen to game, of course, I'll be able to point those out, but different floor tiles. We've got a lot more cobwebs signaling something coming in the Deep Night. I don't know what it will be. And of course, just some general fall spice. I'll show you what I mean by this when we hop in. But of course, there will be more changes as the month goes on. The new skins that I've talked about, I'll be showing all of you in just a moment, but like I said, there will be one for each class, each one with a different theme here. We've got a skeleton, scarecrow, all kinds of different Halloween goodies. And next week, we will have attachments being added to celebrate the season, 2 different sets of them. There will be the spider set, because I don't want to spoil why or too many details about it yet, but spiders are very connected with the theme of the Deep Night and what it represents. And so that is, of course, one of these sets of attachments. One of them is going to be baby spiders that like scuttle out from underneath your feet while you're running around, which is, I don't know. I'm not really that afraid of spiders, but something about that effect just like kind of, it creeps me out. I'm excited to show it to you guys though. Spider legs on your back. So We have several different types or categories of attachments. Things that go kind of above and behind you, things that go behind your back and kind of come out, so like our wings, stuff that's underneath your feet, so that would be like our fire or icy effect, and then stuff that just like floats above you. So the spider legs are one of the behind the back attachments, so you kind of look like a big spider, very Charlotte's Web. And then this other option is a spider web that is above your head, and it has an actual spider in it, which is very icky. Of course, then to go with this week's Halloween appropriate skins, we have a candy set. That will be a candy trail that's underneath your feet, and we have a little pumpkin bucket. So we have a whole category of attachments that are like things on a stick. This is going to be a jack-o'-lantern that there's like a stick pole behind you and you're holding onto it, and the lantern is kind of hanging off of it, and it's got candy flying out of it. And my favorite thing about this particular attachment is if you have it equipped with the like candy trail underneath your feet at the exact same time, it kind of syncs up really well, where it looks like you're just like having so much candy explode off of your character that it's like trailing behind you. So those two are married together really nicely. And of course, that is also a more recent development, that you can have more than one attachment equipped at once. So good stuff. You can have 3 total, as long as they're all from different categories and parts of the body. And the last one is going to be what we just call the Halloween thought bubble, but really it's kind of how I feel all the time. Like, I'm always thinking about food. I don't know about you guys. Like, I live for the snacks, okay? And so the Halloween thought bubble is literally a thought bubble that goes above your character's head, where he's just like cycling through different candies, you know, he's just thinking about what he wants. So I think that when you have all 3 of these together, it works great, especially with the new skins, which we're almost there, folks. I'll be showing you very soon. And then the following week, I told you this month was going to be very jam-packed. It really is. We have new gravestones coming on the 17th. So there are 8 new ones. Woo! And you can buy these with Electrum. So now when you die, you leave behind a pretty... It's fine. It's a fine gravestone, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's very traditional. But now, if you upgrade to one of these fancy new gravestones, when you die, you can leave one of these things behind. I love all of them. Of course, I am a little bit partial to the game controller. That's pretty cool. We've got like a Gorgon here, a really ornate winged one. It kind of reminds me of like a very Victorian gravestone. We've got a little Grim Reaper, and I love this one because it animates. So that will be really cool. A little perk to dying, of course. These mystery items are going to be rolling in that same week. So on the 17th, which is 2 weeks from now, you can check in with the craftsman, and you'll be able to craft these mysterious items that will have properties which we will kind of reveal to you later. But we have a bonfire bundle and an amber effigy, which is this little like kind of voodoo doll kind of looking thing here, and that will help you keep the deep night at bay. So, oh, it's so exciting. I just can't wait to like tell you guys all the deets, but here it is. There's more. What is going to happen on October 24th? Now, it's not listed here, but on the 31st, which is very conveniently, I don't know if this will display. Oh, yes, it will. Fantastic. What do we have here? It's a Wednesday. That's right, folks. Halloween is on a Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesdays? We stream. So, we will be having some additional Halloween fun on our October 31st stream. So, definitely tune in for that. We will have this Deep Night goodness live as well for that. But this month is going to bring a lot of really cool new content. I know that we've kind of been slowing down a little bit on content while we've been focusing on tech, trying to get those servers really like, but this month, for fans of just getting more stuff, there'll be a lot to do. So that will be great. And with that, I'm tired of keeping you folks waiting. Oh, here, you can see some of these attachments. There's the candy ones, the spider ones. Let's hop in and let's take a look at these skins. Let me pull the game back up. Excellent. Arctic lives for the pizza. Man, I can relate. It's a good thing to live for. All right, bring up survive by and let's hop in. I'm going to create a new character. Oh, I was sitting there for an eternity, my bad. Make a new character because it's time to get spooky, folks. It is the scariest time of the year. We can't have a character named Lycheesy? I don't know. We can't use that one. We have to have something adequately spooky. So, before I go any farther, if someone in the chat would be oh so kind as to please give me your spookiest name so that I can apply it to this character, please. If I don't hear from anyone soon, I will just conjure up a spooky name of my own, but I would love if one of you guys could come up with it for me. Pumpkinhead. Skeletorino. Great name. Anything with Eno at the end of it is great. Reno, I should say. Okay. Pumpkinhead. I like Pumpkinhead, but I want to save it until we have our pumpkin attachments because those aren't quite out yet, so let's hold on to it. Joey Boneyard. What about yeah, okay, we'll go with, I hope I spelled this right, Skeletorino. Oh. Skeletorino. Excellent. High quality content, folks. We've got our 6 classes here. Which one of these classes is the spookiest? I know this is kind of something we had talked about on the last stream too. I'm always inclined to say the druid because the druid has a skull for a head, so it has to be the creepiest, right? But trying to think. With each class, okay, I'm actually really excited about this skin, so I'm gonna pull this one up. The alchemist skin, which we will be looking at shortly. And let's equip some legacies here. I keep burning all of my legacies for Valor, and then I don't have any. I need to plan better. Let's see. Obviously, we want the best we can get, so let's... Oh, I have them all on Mad Catter. That's where they are. Okay. I won't ruin Mad Catter because he's a great character, of course, but let's just leave that be. Extra damage against Chimera is always good. Let's try and get a set bonus. So if, like me, you can sympathize that in any sort of deck building component game, you can get a little overwhelmed. Never fear, in the lower left-hand corner of all of these cards, there will be icons. And when in doubt, just pick icons that match. So I'm going to grab this one, because who doesn't like dealing damage? And its neighbor here, debilitating shot. You can see we've got those two, and we have this damage bonus, so we're gonna have double set buffs. Woo! All right, and that is on top of these effects here, by the way. So in addition to the 2% against beasts and the 1% against Chimera, we're gonna increase our damage bonus by 10%. So that's pretty significant. That's definitely, if you are like me and you're working with a lot of sort of like lower level cards, that's a really good way to try and like balance that out a little bit, because this bonus is like, that's punchy. That is the equivalent of using some pretty powerful legacies. And of course, the same will be true for dealing damage. So we're going to increase that proc chance when we're dealing damage by an additional 5%. Let's get ready to slap some baddies. Woohoo! And here we have it. It is our first spooky skin. I need to stop calling it that. It's a deep night skin. But but they're spooky. All right, so the Potion Master. It's Witch for the Alchemist. Boil and bubble, toil and trouble. Which skin will you choose? Of course, around here, we absolutely love puns. So most of these skin descriptions include puns. I was lucky to be the one who got to write most of them this time. So I got to name and write most of these. If you hate it, you can probably blame it on me. I also love puns. I'm sorry, guys. The other ones are even more punny. We will be, of course, pulling those up too. Oh, I look good. Oh, and perfect. Excellent. I don't even have to switch characters to show this off. So we have our Harbinger skin, which I believe I called the Strawman skin. And it was something about chasing your enemies down the yellow brick road. Oh, perfect. You guys are the best. The Druid skin, which is the Bonehead skin. I believe the description for this one was, do you have the guts to take down Chimera? Not in this skin. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I love puns, okay? I just love puns. And our friend over here has got a few different attachments equipped. I really like how they went with the combination of the rain cloud and the floppy fish because, oh, and the ice. They've got it all going on. They've got 3 attached. But I like it because it's kind of like they don't want the fish to be like out of water, and so they equipped the rain cloud too. Meepow, you're not crazy. Yes, there was a time where we had posted that they could be purchased with Bloodstone. That is my bad, guys. We were still kind of debating how we wanted to try and work things out. It's a good possibility that the attachments will be for Bloodstone. It's still something that we're kind of discussing, but autumn brings out the baddiness and even the spookiest of us, so that's my bad. Yes, they are purchasable for Electrum, and of course you can equip those either at the main menu where I got mine from, or you can go to our friend, the seamstress. Where's she at? There we go. What up, girl? So you can change your character skin here. I already have the spooky skin for my class, so no need for that. But I can also get some attachments. So I think it's time that we buy some of these. I haven't unlocked these in a while. And what would be good to equip? We've got a witch skin. A witch with just bees everywhere. That seems like a good combination. Okay, this one's spooky. Yeah, that one's definitely one of the spookiest. Look at this. Oh, and I have poison behind me. And I have a beehive. I've got it all going on. It's really like everything that you should be afraid of, right? Like poison, not good in any capacity. And then we have the Eye of the Chimera, which, who likes being watched all the time? And bees. Bees. Thank you. Our friend Fozzie is appreciating a really great outfit. Looking pretty fly yourself. Aha! Excellent. So, I wanted to show this off. I am always in the forums listening to what you guys have to say. Again, just because we have really been focusing on tech updates and making sure that things are running smoothly and happy, we haven't been able to include as many really cool content suggestions as, of course, we would like, but that will change over time. And once we have the servers in the place that we want them so that the game is like really ready for our big Steam release, then we'll have an easier time focusing on some other content. So one of the suggestions that we have gotten on the forums that was like very doable is you used to have to type /say every time that you wanted to have something pop up in a speech bubble. And one of our friends on the forums, I can't remember who, I know it was many people. That's why it's like, it's like swimmy for me, because this is something that a lot of you guys have requested, is to have it always default to being the /say above the head. So that is something that happens now. Let's get spooky. It'll pop up. So I really like it. It has a very like cozy, everyone's talking to everyone kind of feel. I know that I grew up as a kid playing RuneScape, and so it kind of like brings back like fuzzy feelings of like everyone coming together in this little like marketplace, this town center, and just having wild conversations. So I'm really excited about that. The more ancestors we have in here, the more that you guys are going to really feel. So I think it would be really fun if anyone wants to log in during the stream and just join us. I will wait for a few minutes in the town center, but I am happy to just grab whatever keys you guys want. We can start running some dungeons. And for the folks who maybe don't have access to the game yet, let's change that. Let's change that. So let me pull up my handy dandy key picker. Oh, there we go. Now, if you know anything about the key picker, you know it can be a little bit finicky. There we go. So let's see who's going to win a key. And as always, if you do win a key, just please stick around and I will make sure that it is whispered to you in Twitch chat as soon as the stream is over. So we typically go until around like 4:45, 5 o'clock. I will contact you right after. And speaking of keys, if you checked your email inbox earlier and you didn't see a key, no need to fret. We actually just sent them out right before the stream started around 4. So there's a really good chance that you could have won a key. If you'll excuse me, I just want to write this down real quick. So, Cold Cola HUD, congratulations, you won a key. And yes, Arctic, that is a Steam key. So I know we've had a few folks just a little bit confused about how this works. So when you go onto Steam, actually let me pull it up for you. Key on Steam. This is something that if you forget, of course, you can always just Google it up. But it's very simple. So when you launch your Steam client, up in the upper corner, I could just hop out of game and show you, I suppose, but it's only a few steps. Actually, I'll post this into our Twitch chat and you can look at it if you need to. But you basically go to just redeem a key on Steam. It's one of the options from the drop down in the upper left-hand corner. And after you've registered, you're going to be eligible for our weekly key drawings. But as you can see, of course, we also give keys away on stream. And in addition, we've been doing a lot of like additional giveaways on Facebook, Twitter, things like that. So there are a lot of opportunities to get one. And when you do, this is how you redeem it. So of course, the only requirement is you have a PC. It meets our minimum system requirements. You have Windows installed and you have Steam. And you're probably good to go. Survive By's requirements aren't very high. I find that I've had very, very few people contact me saying that their computers weren't able to handle it. And even then, it was kind of like they could still run the game. There were just certain things that didn't quite feel great for them, but it'll still work. So definitely let me know. But yes, awesome. Cold Cola HUD, congratulations. And let me pick another one here. The more the better. Who will win? Wambaleska. You know, that's a name that I haven't seen pop up before. I'm happy. Sometimes we have repeat winners, so I'm very glad that, of course, you are coming back each week, but I'm also very glad to see that this will be going to some new folks. So, Wambaleska. You have also won. And let's grab one more because why not? The download time's pretty quick, so if you're one of the folks who won, if you want to hop into Steam and download and play with us, we can do some kind of group power leveling together. The Fake Wiener, you won! Alright, congratulations, amazing name. Thank you. Wonderful. So let's do a little bit of exploring. We've kind of got a group here at the tower ready to go. Bring the game back up. If anyone wants to run dungeons, meet at the tower. All right, and while I'm waiting for a few more people to join, let me pull up last week's patch notes. So I understand it might be a little bit confusing. We used to put out a new patch or a new update every single week, and now it's more of like, it's bi-weekly most of the time. This week is going to be, or this month it's going to be every week, just because we have so much stuff going out for Deep Night. And so these updates might not be huge updates like you're accustomed to seeing on our bi-weekly patches where there's a lot of items, but there will be something new coming in. So like the autumn update, or new attachments, or new skins. Sure, in a minute. But anyway, so last week we actually put out a hotfix that was pretty patch-sized. Typically, let me pull up my desktop again really quickly. Awesome. So typically when we have a hotfix, it's like, because there's one specific thing that isn't working right, and so we're trying to fix it. But here, we went a little ham. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Last week is when Autumn came into the Heartland. We changed some of our UI, a lot of it being vendor server related. We already went over this change. Of course, those word bubbles are going to pop above you. If you don't want to see other people's house names that are floating above them, you have the option to ignore them. We fixed some bugs here in our visuals. A lot of gameplay bug fixes mostly. This is one of the bigger gameplay changes that I do want to highlight before we do any wild exploring. And that is that if you want to unlock a class, now it requires that you have a level 25 character of that appropriate class die in the well. So it may not be super clear in game, but if you forget or want to check, it is in our hotfixes on the forums. And we made our infiltrators special ability projectile a little bit faster. And of course, once again, you can see we have a lot of tech fixes mostly. So that was our hotfix. It brought in a lot of new updates, which is why maybe this week might seem a little bit funny in that we only have these skins going in. But the next week there will be a lot. And as you guys saw on the 17th, it is going to be crazy because we have so much stuff starting that week. So some stuff to look forward to, something new every week, new content. I'm here for it. Let's go back here. Go back into the game. Wonderful. Let's see. Sliss, hi, registered 2 weeks ago and didn't receive an email. So that's just something that we do see a lot of questions about on our social channels and things like that. So let me clarify for you guys. When you register, because the beta is closed, it's not like an automatic key redemption type of thing. So after you register, you are put into like a database of all of the other folks who have registered, and we do like a random key lottery where we select a whole bunch of people. We don't usually give out those numbers, but it is quite a lot, and we have increased that significantly over time. And that is how we pick people. It's completely random. It is a drawing. And once you're selected, that key will be sent to the email that you used to register. So one of the things that we do see a lot is folks will be like, oh no, I haven't gotten a key. I registered a long time ago. What's going on? But then they check their spam folders and it's there. So if it's been a really long time and you still haven't gotten a key, especially if you registered anytime before 8/8, which is, it's August. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. August 8th. Let me know. Message me on the forums. I'll make sure you get a key. We do have a thread that you can comment on as well. 2 weeks is... There's no, like, typical amount of time. It's not anything too wild. But just for you, for tuning in, I will send you a key. So, Sliss, congratulations. You've won a key. Thanks for tuning in and speaking up. Sliss... I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize. All right. We're looking spooky, and it's nighttime, and I think that it is, it's time to go. So, are you guys all set? I can buy the keys. Whew, we're the best. All right, T8 hard. Got it. Let's do it. 1 sec. Keys can be bought from the adventurer. I'm really glad that we added these banners. It really helps clarify things, so you don't have to inspect what each one of their names are, but they of course have the keys there. And it's our hard mode. So that is going to be the tier 8, sorry. Oh. Help. Tier 9. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm sorry. That is the right one. If it's a hard mode, it's tier 9. Oh my gosh. Forgive my sad brain. And let's get a bunch of these. Why not? Who knows how many times we're going to be running it together. All right. Bought 4. And can meet at the monastery. There's a lot of good skin and attachment combos going on here. This person doesn't have the TP for it. Okay, that would be really difficult. All right, let's run something closer first. Then we can do a T8 hard. So everyone can join. Can you guys access, what's a closer one? Access like T3? That one's closer. That's a solid one. Welcome Mustang BB and Magic. Yep. I love this. I love the fact that it pops up above there too, because my head right now is conveniently, not so conveniently, always blocking the chat window. So now when I say something, it'll pop up so that the folks on stream can see too. While they figure that out, I'm just gonna grab one just in case. Let's grab a couple of these. T3, ready? Got a hard mode key. All right, looks like everyone's set. Hopefully they can access it. If they can't, we will grab another run here. All right. Oh my gosh, I don't have any silver. Ah! There we go. Grab some there. I love that. Did you guys see that? He like flew across there. It was so fast. I also love this. This is sort of a newish update here. We have these really cool barracks that are surrounding the teleport shrine. So now, when you TP somewhere new, you don't have like baddies swarming all over you. And because we're running hard mode, I'm gonna put my hacker, yep, caught me. That stuff on, okay, awesome. Let's go. Gotta go over to the dungeon entrance. Leading the squad through the desert here. And we're almost there. We'll give everyone a minute to get here. Got an error of some kind while signing up. Yes, it sounds like we've been having some problems with our email verification. That's something that we'll keep looking into for sure. The folks that I've talked to who have had problems with it so far, I know that when trying to register on the website, if you have any sort of problems there, typically it's just like the servers aren't happy at that moment. Of course, with the web server being separate from any in-game related servers. So typically if they try like a little bit later, it will work for them, but it'll carry you and you can roll up fast. But yes, if you keep having an issue there, Arctic, if you want to just message me on the forums, it's a little unconventional, but I can definitely get you registered through the back end. So I'll have to have you send me a bunch of info, but we can make it happen. I will make sure that you can get access to the game. So, are you able to access the forums? I assume you can't actually because you're trying to register. Okay, I'll whisper you after the stream is over and we will get set up. So I want to make sure that you're able to get in. So we'll make it happen. Okay. Seems like everyone who wants to join is here, so let's go into the Burning Sands. Oh, uh-oh. They said something right before we went in. I hope they're ready to rumble. All right. So, I hope I don't get melted either. That would be awkward. I'm excited. It's been a little while since I played a hard mode dungeon just because I tend to run a lot of things on my lonesome. So it's nice to be with a group. It's always more fun to play with friends. I just tend to hop in at weird times, or I'll be playing on like the development build, so no one is in that one other than our QA team, which they're fun to play with, but they're too busy working to play, of course, so gotta squash those bugs. Ooh, these dangerous chests look so nice. I love it. The art has been updated. It used to be sort of a plain looking chest, and now it's got like all these really cool details on it. It just looks really good. Got some nice charms from unlocking the dangerous chest. Grab some crafting material. Dangerous chests are something that if you can do them, I would certainly recommend that you go for it, just because you can get so many great things from them. That is, of course, how you can get charms, which can be socketed into weapon sockets, item sockets. That was weird. It looks like if you use our coordinate system, which is super helpful, the chat kind of makes it into a crazy long string of characters, so I'll have to let the other folks know about that when the stream is over. Oh my gosh. Did I not? No, I have my stuff equipped. I feel like I have such low HP. I'm gonna get melted. I have to stay with the group. Going this way. Oh, let's see. Do you guys have multi-floor dungeons? No, that would be really fun. Right now, we just have sort of like these branching types of dungeons. Let me zoom out for you. So, fun fact, our dungeons are procedurally generated. So we make these rooms, we make different layouts, and then they all just sort of randomly will stitch together. So we used to have an issue way back early in the alpha where the dungeons would get crazy long because a lot of different pieces would stitch together, and we have the ability to control how many pieces come together, but we were just allowing more before, and so sometimes going through one dungeon could be quite a, oh no, pay respects, quite a hefty task, but now they're a little bit shorter. Gotta pay respects. We've been kind of chatting internally about what would be fun when you pay respects, like to have happen. Someone on the forums had suggested like you can earn valor by paying respect to your fallen friends. I think that's a pretty cool idea. I know that's something that we've definitely chatted about, but what do you guys think? Any ideas for what could happen when you pay respects? It would be super fun if like something different happened, if you had one of the new like fancy upgrade tombstones. That could be neat too, but I'm all ears. This is a long dungeon. This is like one of the longest ones I've run in a while, actually. We had really shortened them for a while, and then I believe we kind of buff them back out, but the hard mode ones are going to be a lot longer than your standard dungeons too, so we are running hard mode. I keep forgetting about that because I have so many friends to help me out. I'm used to being afraid of the hard modes. Too spooky. As if you could be too spooky during the spookiest month of the year. Looks like we have found the boss room, so you always know when you found the boss because the name of that space will kind of be announced separately, and we will be killing the greater Mirage Hunter here. He's gonna be a beefy boy because we are again in hard mode, but we're all pretty strong. I'm not too scared. And you'll notice too, my health is sort of stuck on one spot. That is intentional. So we changed it actually where you used to regen HP all the time. Whether you were in battle, out of battle, it didn't matter. And now it is more like you have to be not getting shot at and also not shooting for, I believe, 3 seconds. So that's something new that we're trying. If everybody absolutely hates it, oh, my inventory's full. If everyone hates it, of course, it's always up for debate, as are most things, but yeah. Night Shifty does have 43k potency. That's awesome. Night Shifty is one of our developers, as you can see by that GM tag. Hello, Adam. And look at this. Just in time for Halloween, you can see these little cobwebs here. They're on all of our dungeon entrances. Looking spooky. So, do we want to run it again or go T8? I couldn't see who had died. Was that one more time? Okay. One more, then T8. Okay, it'll be quick. Gonna hop back in here. The spookiness is coming, yes. Is there gonna be calm music and battle music or near enemies music? That would be really cool. I love the sound in our game. The music is pretty nice, but it would be cool if there was extra edgy music for when certain things were happening. That would be really neat. That's definitely kind of like a cool polish thing that I could see happening possibly once we go on Steam. But yeah, that would be really great. All of the sound effects are made by our in-house sound engineer, and then a lot of the music was composed by someone else. But I love, like, I think the I should have better words for these things. The shooty sounds, a little like, I think those are just so satisfying. So that was one of the Human Head folks here who had worked on making those. But yeah, this more jams is always good. We've also we have some big fans of the soundtrack, come to think of it. I've had some people reach out on the forums asking if the soundtrack will ever be available, like on YouTube, Spotify, anything like that. I don't know that it's out of the question. I know it's something that I've kind of poked and prodded about. It wouldn't be happening for a little while, but that would be neat. And certainly if enough people are interested, because I do love these jams. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Okay, I have to stop shooting and just hide. Here we go. And I'm earning back some of that HP. I'm sorry, team. Carry me. Alright. Whew. Almost died there. Oh, that's right. My inventory's full. Darn it. Gotta increase that space. No biggie. You can increase your inventory size using Electrum, of course. Good stuff. Alright. It's T8 time, folks. Put it on Steam. A lot of indie games put their soundtrack on Steam for free or for $1. I have seen that before. I think that's a pretty cool idea. It's time. T8. Alright, so I'm gonna return to the tower, and then from there I'm gonna TP. It's probably a little bit closer. Go into the tier 8. T6 to T8? Sure, let's see. Let me zoom out. Okay, so we got tier 4 here, tier 5, tier 6 is gonna be up here, and then we're gonna be going over there. Do we think we can do it? I'll do it. Meet me at T6 dungeon. Alright. We can all do it together. Ooh, loving it. This area is so cool. I love like the little camps. Anytime that there's like glowy effects applied to pixel stuff, it's just great. Oh, this works. Let's go. And we're gonna be running with our friend. That TP effect is so funny. We're gonna be running over to tier 8. Hopefully everyone's all set here. Gonna be going in this direction. Oh, keep together, squad. Okay. Don't judge me, but should I go God mode so that we can get there safely, or do I risk it for the biscuit? Because I'm always down to be risky. Alright, looks like we've got a friend joining from the north. Let's make sure they're able to get to us here too. Risk it? Okay. We'll be brave. We've got a squad. We're fine. And we're running. Of course, tier 6 is the islands. We've got these really cool shipwrecks here. Those are like kind of new-ish. I don't know. Those are within maybe the last months. In the Bulwark Fen, we've got this really cool swampy area here with all these different like boardwalks and things like that. We're pretty close to the rainforest too, which is our newest biome. And what I think is really, really cool is that we have an artist who does like a lot of our environmental stuff, and he did not stop at just like traditionally fall trees to prepare for the autumn season. He did it for most of the biomes. So if you hop into the rainforest, even though you might not think about like a rainforest going through like a fall season, in the way that we think about fall anyways, it kind of is and does. It's really neat. They did it in a way, oh, here, we're actually in the Demoscene. See how these leaves, they're all like kind of wilted and they're brown. Everything's kind of curling. It's got the cobwebs on them. And they just are looking a little worse for wear. And that is because we are in the world tree. So, this is not the world as we think of it. Oh no! No! Okay, let me finish explaining though. I can't believe that. The slimes. Oh no! I don't know if my gravestone probably can't talk. The world tree itself is going through fall, so it's kind of like everything contained inside of it is going to be going through that season together, which I think is really neat because we have so many different biomes, and some of those biomes are kind of always in a season. So tier 4, that's like our snowy area. It always seems like winter, but it will still go through a version of fall because it's all within the tree. So that's pretty cool. And look at this. This is pretty new. We have the stats that folks have been asking for. This is something personally that I've wanted for a long time. Guys, look at, I got carried so hard, I barely killed anything. Oh no. But this is really cool. You can see Beasts, Chimera, Furies, Infernals, Spirits, and Undying, how many of each of those things you killed, and then how long that you stayed alive for. So, I think something that would be really fun is if you can stay alive for like a ridiculous amount of time. It would be really neat if, let me consume these actually. It'd be really neat if you wanted to share those to the forums. I'm always down for anything that looks like an impressive run. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to be earning a decent amount of Valor today. I turned most of my items into Valor. We completed a few challenges, which is nice. By reaching level 5 and 10, I did kind of cheat that one a little bit. Dangerous chests, and then all of our equipment. And this Valor is how we can level up Ancestral Legacies. So, ooh. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Check it out. Okay, let's upgrade this. So Valor is, of course, how you level up your Ancestral Legacies. So I'm going to spend big bucks on it because we are about to play as the Geomancer. And I'm going to buy some more here because I do not have that many legacies. I keep eating them all up. Yum, 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 yum. All right. These are some good legacies. Oh, shoot, but I just got a really good Harbinger card. What do I do? Okay, I'll get one more. We'll see where it takes us. I don't want to leave the folks waiting too long who are already in the Heartlands. Alchemist. All 3 classes. I mean, that's really, really good. That's really good for me in general, but it's not making it any easier for me to make up my mind now. So we're going to call this one, does Rip in Pieces fit? No. How about just RIP? And let's play as the Harbinger. Oh no. I lied. We're going to play as the Sentinel. Because we haven't seen that skin yet. And I want to show it to you. So now I've got a nice Sentinel Master's card. Oh yeah. Woo, we are looking good. Man, I don't have any of those unlocked. So this is the Scallywag skin. Looking good. You can tell I don't play the Sentinel very often. I am very excited to show off this piratey boy. Heck yeah, Yarhar. Okay, and let's spruce him up a little bit. Be right there, T8 friends. I can't go out of the house looking like this. I've got to look cool. Pirates like fish, and pirates don't like those things. Okay. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee, life of a pirate is the life for me. Something something pirate is free. I am a pirate and I'm teleporting to, oh my gosh, Granny's blind. That's the best one. Okay. Oh, I have to buy a new key. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long. This is me getting ready in the morning though every day too. Like, I'm acting like this is totally atypical, but it's my personal brand to be like, I just need 5 more minutes, guys. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? Oh! Thank you. I was teleported here by one of the other GMs. Oh my gosh, that spooked me. Too powerful. Okay, so meet us at T8, friends. Excellent. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Well, they have a key, so that'll be perfect. Where is it? It is here. So if you haven't used this nifty feature before, see, that was looking a little funky. So you can hold down shift, and then if you click on the mini map, it will display the coordinates for where you are. So always a handy feature. It's a good way if you're trying to ping at sort of like a random location where you want your friend to join you, and there isn't like a really great landmark to get there. You can always throw those coordinates in, and if I click on those coordinates, you can see it'll pop up with this tiny little tiny little marker up there. So we've only got 3 folks here. Great if you could teleport them. Oh, yeah, we could probably do that. Could work some GM magic. I know it works for other GMs. I just don't want to break anyone. There was one time I tried teleporting someone and they like exploded, so. Got a squad. At the tower here. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, we can bring some. I think it's, oh, it's been a while since I've used the command to here, maybe. And then their house name, I think. So, looks like night shift you'll be able to move everyone over that we need. While we wait, let's give away some keys. Key picking time. And who will be joining us in the Heartlands after the stream? Magic Lul. Is that a 1? Yeah, it's a 1. Magic 1001. I just want to make sure I have the right name so I can send it to you. You have won a key. Awesome. Welcome. Can you clarify for me, Magic 1001? Just, I want to make sure that I have this right. Those are O's? Okay, excellent. Oh man, we're almost at the end of our stream. Okay, before my friends here, we run through this dungeon, I just want to make the quick announcement for anyone who needs to go right away at 5. We have picked our Heartland Horror. It is going to be a mix of the Defender and the, oh my gosh, pardon my brain again. It's on the forums. The Defender, it was, one of the options was adding a party hat, and that one was pretty funny. The Defender and the Collector, that's it. And then the Disabler with the Party Hat, unfortunately lost. So Raytail, once again, I believe that you have won a previous Heartland Horrors. So congratulations. I will be creating the Collector with the legs of the Defender pretty soon. And that Heartland Horrors will be on the 17th. So conveniently, when a lot of other really great things are going on. So if there was ever a time to hop back in, that would certainly be it. All right, let's do it. Oh, perfect. I always am so used to being the keeper of the keys. Yes, Magic 1001, I will whisper you the key. The second that we are done with the, oh shoot, I just TP'd out. Oh, put me back in. Just trying to hit that altar. The second that we are done with this, so this should be pretty quick. And then everyone who has won a key, I will be whispering them to you. So stick around. If you need to go right now, no worries. Just ping me on the forums, get in contact with me on Twitter, any way you need to, I don't mind. And I will make sure that you are sent one some way, somehow. So no worries if you need to go right now. The Monastery of the Rift, I think, has one of the creepiest bosses with the Gorgon. Oh. Go, let's buff that. Just something about her, like, slithery self. I grew up watching, it was, I think, the 1970s? I don't know if it was that old. Oh, it sure felt like it was old. The 1970s Clash of the Titans movie. And there's like a Medusa in there who reminds me a little bit of the Gorgon. Because it's got, you know, like the scaly, creepy, slithery body and the snakes and everything. And because it was like an older movie, the way that she moved around was just like really kind of uncanny valley. And oh, it was just real creepy. So I think I can't unsee that when I look at the Gorgon. But that's okay. I can always appreciate a nice spooky gal. Our goth GF, the Gorgon. Which way will we go? Oh, they picked the opposite direction. No, come back. Oh, give him a second. Yep, there we go. Okay. I will call you Magic. That is easier. Thank you. I'm living for the emojis, you guys. I have an emoji addiction. So, emojis in Twitch chat, emojis on the forums, which I think sometimes folks forget that we have emoji compatibility on the forums. The more the better. I think it was today, actually. Today I got to use a pumpkin emoji on the forums. It was a good day. It was a good day. I have a bad habit of using way too many exclamation points after everything. So if you've ever asked me like a question on our Facebook page or message me on the forums, you'll know it's just like exclamation points everywhere. So I like to think that you can put an emoji on something and it's kind of like the same level of spice, but maybe without the same aggressive excitement. So prepare for emoji-geddon is really what I'm trying to say here. I hope she's close because these guys are tough. Dodging bullets. I love like the little beams of light that are kind of coming in. It really adds a lot of like really neat atmospheric quality to the dungeon. Oh boy, we picked the wrong way. Time to go back. Man, it was our pal who went the opposite way from us. They knew what was up. I was the fool here. All right, well, thank you for joining, Arctic. Really happy to have you in game. Let me know if you ever have any questions, and I hope I see you on the forum sometime. I'm always down for some like first impression posts. Those are some of my favorites, just because I've been playing this game since last May, late last May, because it hadn't come out yet, but of course we had it available internally. That's when I started working in Human Head Studios. So I've been playing this game for a really long time, and having the perspective of someone just hopping in for the first time is super valuable. So that stuff is always great. It's kind of like when you're painting something and you need to like kind of take a step back to like really look at it. That's sort of the value that I find a lot of times when I read first impression posts. It's sort of like I'm too close to it, you know? It's always nice to get that perspective. So thank you for the many people actually who have written those. I think that they're so helpful. And people are always so nice on the forums. Such a nice community. I'm very happy about that. Could this be it? This feels like it's it. Nope. I had an inkling. I was like, oh, this is a long hallway. This is totally going to be it. We're getting a lot of crafting materials, though. Holy smokes. We can make anything. Speaking of crafting, crafting queues is something that a lot of you guys have brought up before. And it's something that we're aware of. But if you have any other ideas about how to make crafting more interesting, how to make crafting just feel better in general, that's another really great forums topic. I would be very excited to read that forums thread. It's something that we've kind of poked around a little bit for feedback before, but the more the merrier. Thank you, Arctic. Appreciate it. You do have some very cute emojis. Those are very, very good. Looks like we've covered everything in here. Oh my gosh, what if we couldn't have gone the wrong way back at the dungeon entrance, right? Because that, if I remember right, that was kind of like just one hallway, so we're probably safe there. It would be so wild if like I just right away made a wrong turn and destined us for failure. Oh, they found it. It's this way. That's another place that this is always super helpful, just because there's the fog of war in these dungeons, is being able to ping that location is, ooh, it's great. Okay, here we go. Oh, be nice to me, Snake Mom. Ah, okay. Gentle. Just kind of run around her a little bit. Hopefully she won't hit us. Please be kind. Oh, good. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, I'm alive! I have 2 HP! Yes! Not even close! Not even close! Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe that. Oh, my gosh. What are the... Oh, wow. That was not hacks. That was amazing. Okay, well, that woke me up. It's time for me to pass along those keys to the folks who are watching in Twitch chat. Let me bop out of here. I still cannot believe that happened. That was wild. Okay. Oh, that is not the right one. Help. Okay. It is key time. So, stick around. I will send them to you once the stream is turned off. Thank you you for tuning in. I'm really excited to go through the following week's updates with all of you guys. Get spooky, get in there, try on some of these skins for yourself. Join me on the forums, and I will see you around. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.